I'm Josh,
And I'm Jordan.
and you're listening to.
Innings Academy.
Yeah, it's Nine Innings Academy. We're going to go ahead and have this as a separate video from the podcast, which is different than what we've normally been doing. But that way we can cut down on the length of the actual full videos, and also it's a nice way to find it for people who are especially interested in nine innings specifically.
Yeah, so it's kind of sad 'cause we're taking it from the main podcast, but it'll still be there, and that'll be another upload a month. It'll be or a week. It'll maybe be a few days afterwards. So maybe our editor will have a little more time on the main video. Then he can jump to this one in the middle of the week and whatnot. But we'll still give you all the immaculate nine innings content. Now we can focus on nine innings a little more too. It's not just like, oh shoot, we're already at 2.5 hours. We gotta hurry this up. So I
Yeah.
think it's a good idea.
Yeah, so for this week, we got a little bit of stuff to dig into. We had a pretty big update this last week for nine innings. What all do we have in that update there, Josh?
So the main thing with this update was the new value system, where you used to you have it where your team is whatever overall. That would pretty much be your only base of figuring out how good your team is. How good your overall is. Really, the best way is going through ranked and seeing your rank and rank games and whatnot. But they added a new system that also attributes. It attributes overall. It attributes skills. It attributes trainers, which we'll talk about in a second. We'll talk about trainers and all sorts of other stuff that overall just simply doesn't do. So it's a system. I don't have the exact like point values for stuff, but better skills will give you a higher number. And the big thing that came with this is free rewards. Free rewards. You get
Yes.
it's another new set of achievements. If you hit 1,000, if your team is worth 1,000 of these points, you get certain awards. 2,000, so on. But the big
Nah,
thing
bro, a
was
100,000, man. Come on.
100,000. But the big thing was a GI. If you get, what was it, 600,000, 700,000, something like that. One of
I
those,
think six. Yeah.
you get a free GI, which is cool. Also there's Diamond Trainer in there and Diamond Special Trainer when you hit 900. I think LSCT too at some point, but it's cool. It's a new fun way to value your team and club as well. It also shows up the average in your club. Because sometimes it's really hard to tell unless you know like the rank of a team and you're looking through a team's every single card in their team and looking at the skills and trainers and all that. And so it's just it's not a perfect way to determine how good your team is, but it is pretty solid. It's a fun, unique way to see how good your team is, and you know shows maybe certain trainers which ones might benefit your team more, which, you know, your stat boosts and whatnot. So it's a fun little addition, and who's gonna complain about a free GI?
Not many people, man. And we had a couple other things with this update. The big, huge, crazy announcement, man. They added Clayton Kershaw to the homepage for nine innings, man.
Clayton Kershaw.
I know you were really, really looking forward to hoping that Clayton Kershaw would be on there, and he came on there, and you went crazy, man. You were like, oh, Clayton Kershaw, bro.
It
But
wasn't quite what I did, but
oh, really?
yeah, I was like, oh, cool, it's Clayton Kershaw. That was more of my reaction. I was like, oh, cool, Clayton Kershaw's on here.
My bad,
Interesting.
man. Hey, but they also updated the user interface a good bit for specifically your lineup page and things like that. Um,
It's a little
just a
wonky.
little bit different setup. We'll get used to it, but it's a little wonky right now.
Nothing bad about it, I guess. It's just it looks a little different. But I mean, you get used to it looking one way for so many years, and that's just completely different now. Like I said, it's not bad.
One that doesn't really affect us, but it affected my second team is even if your guys don't play in a game, they still get XP for their
Yes.
skills. It's
Hmm.
a certain set amount, so it's easier to, and that helps out your team value thing is upgrading your skills. So it's just a little thing there, but it's pretty helpful for especially some smaller teams.
And then one other thing, this not necessarily introduced in this update per se, but the Club World Challenge is back this week.
coming up.
We got the
Yes,
Club World
sir.
Challenge. By the time this video's up, it'll probably be fully up and running. Hopefully it won't be quite finished yet, but it'll certainly be right there. But that's fun. It's where all the clubs sort of work together for once to put up points. And if you as a collective reach so many points, you get to get all these different rewards. Like hopefully we'll get another TSS, which I would really love a TSS next week,
Oof,
Jordan.
yeah,
Oh,
that'd be nice.
with that GI that they just gave out. Oh, I'll take a TSS. Maybe I'll get something
Yeah,
from it.
man,
Maybe
my
I won't.
5 GIs, man.
That's,
Man.
but no, I'm
One
looking forward
other
to that.
little thing they added, bro. They added in a wonky new event where you're playing league mode with however many other people on a set team, and depending how that team does, you get some points to spin the wheel. But we don't really care about the wheel spins, man. You can get a sig pack, a blue, a green, team select prime, and PSCT is the main rewards from this. So
The
not
normal
crazy good,
the
but
normal event
basic event.
stuff, but
Yep,
they'll probably be pumping out more stuff soon, especially as the season is really getting close to starting. I wouldn't be surprised if these next 2 months are really big in March and April because we have the WBC stuff pretty much firing right now. Got a bunch of events and stuff for that, and then typically there's something really big with the start of the season. So I don't know if they
yep,
will do something different or if they're just like, oh, cool, the WBC stuff for this because there'll also probably be a WBC special shop as well with like you get the little coins from
yep.
each league game and whatnot. And, probably a sig pack or whatnot in there. But typically you get with the start of the season you get some um interesting events or awards there as well. It's like in the back in the day you used to get what was it like 888 premium packs.
Yeah, that's not useful at all anymore. But um,
Be
one
be a pain.
thing that's interesting, usually they'll have a first half of the season hit event. I'm hoping they have one with the TSS in there. That'd be pretty nice.
I mean, yeah, that'd be fun. I'd need a TSS.
That'd be really cool to see, and I feel like that's possible at this point with all the big changes they made. But speaking of changes, let's look at something that they changed and added to the game a while ago, but it's something that it's it's tough to exactly know what is the best meta for this thing. And that is trainers and skill trainers as well. You want to explain those, Josh?
Yeah, trainers are these little extra card things that you can get. You can get from League and other different things. You can get them through the ranked shop and whatnot. But the normal trainers come in three varieties: silver, gold, and diamond. And then the skill trainers only come in two varieties as gold and diamond. Essentially, they're for a specific position. So, like if you get a right field diamond, or if you got a right field trainer, all those things are, the special extra buff will only apply to a right fielder. But there's certain ones that are only stat focused. Um, like you can get one for your starting pitcher who is +7 location, +2 velo, and +1 break. And then because it's for a starting pitcher, maybe it's +2 on a starting pitcher or something like that. And then you also have the special ones, which give different, unique buffs. Like, if it's a starting pitcher and you put it on a starting pitcher, it could have the chance of, maybe if it's, like overwhelming pressure or something, you can make it have a chance where the, opposing bats aren't going to hit a home run or aren't going to make contact. Or if it's Dr. K or something, you have a higher chance of striking them out. But the thing is, those chances change. Like it's not always going to be the same with each trainer. There's some variability. So there's some trainers that will be better than others, even though it's technically the same trainer. Like for example, if you pull Dr. K, like that basically just increases strikeouts. But you could pull one that has maybe a 60% increased chance that they swing and miss on a pitch outside or below the zone or something like that. Or you could get one that's only like 50%. So you have stuff like that.
Yeah, and those stat specific trainers can be very useful if you have kind of a pretty good train, but you need to train it specifically to get some skills like at the max that they can be. you can sometimes use those trainers and get +7 to break and
Yeah.
+4 to location and things like that. And that's sometimes really helpful when you're trying to get a specific couple stats pretty high. And but the skill trainers are a newer thing they added. It's pretty interesting. Is um, your cards obviously they got their skills. They got legend skills or the gold, silver, bronze. But these skill trainers, the diamond ones are very, very difficult to get, man. Very difficult, and they give a boost depending if you have a specific legend skill, and then it'll give another little boost there, and then also for a gold skill. So it's essentially the same thing as a gold skill trainer, which is just for those gold skills, and they'll boost it if you have that specific skill. But um, the diamond ones are they're really tough to get, and that's like when you get your diamond skill trainers matching up with a card, that card will be a lot better, man.
And it's fun because some of those are quite unique too. Like what is it, for batters and pitchers inside or whatnot, it's like you can lower a legend skill instead of just like a normal gold or whatnot. So it's really fun. Like there's some of them are really wonky. Like I got one the other day for Contact Master, but all it did was increase the chance of a hit by pitch or wild pitch. So it was kind of like,
Oh,
man, of course I from my diamond skill trainer I pull this. But no, it's certainly interesting. And one more thing to mention for trainers, is that, they also have a extra buff on Supremes. And I'm talking about not like the normal stat increased ones, but for the position stat increases, it's double whatever that is on the
yeah,
Supreme. So like the bottom one, you have your normal stats ones up here, it says, +5 to velo, +4 to fastball, 3 to break right here, and then down here it says, starting pitcher, and then it'd be like +2 location. Well, that +2 would become +4 on the Supreme. So that's just another nice little buff for Supremes.
yeah, not a crazy buff there, but like you said, just a little something. And that's that's pretty much trainers. They're pretty simple. You want diamonds as much as you can, but there's a little bit more minuteness than that, and it's more or less trial and error for the most part because we haven't had them in there for too long. So, um, but yeah, trainers are a fun thing. They'll boost your team a little bit, give you a little higher overall, maybe make your cards just that much better, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week of 9 Innings Academy. But hey, keep an eye, especially for next week and weeks to come, because we have the World Baseball Classic and or we have the Club World Challenge and the World Baseball Classic and all these other events where we're gonna be getting SIG packs and TSS and stuff, and maybe we'll be getting something. So we'll share that stuff with y'all as well. So keep an eye out for all of that and some of the this new content that'll be coming out in the upcoming month or so, getting ready for opening day.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Leave some comments down below or in the Discord what you might want us to talk about next week and upcoming weeks here, and we'll check those out. See if we got any things to talk about, man.
And help us get to 100 subs. We just passed 50. We want to get to 100, and once we get to 100, we have a special that we have in the works and sort of in the plans. It's not going to be a podcast style episode. It might be something a little different. Maybe us actually getting out and doing something. We'll see. I'm looking forward to that. But if you want to see something like that, help us hit that 100 subscriber mark.